Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Travel Diaries. In this episode, I am on a school trip visiting Berlin, the city most known for its German war history, its street art, vintage shopping and so much more. On day one, me and my other classmates and teachers gathered at the train station of Amersfoort Central. Here we waited for our train to Berlin. The train ride was definitely a bit of a chaos since no one was sitting in the right chairs, which caused me and some other classmates to have to move or be without a seating place a couple of times during this ride. Luckily, we made it out alive and got to our hotel safely, and since it was already later in the evening, we decided to stroll through the city looking for some food. And we ended up in a Mexican restaurant where we had tacos, a burger and a burrito. On day two, we went on a city tour guided by some of the teachers that went along with us. We visited a lot of famous places like the Berlin Wall, the Holocaust Monument and the Brandenburger Tor. One of the teachers knew so much about the city that he could literally answer all of our questions about this place. He told us so many big and small stories about what made certain places so special, which was so interesting to hear. After the city tour, me and some classmates did some shopping and eventually headed out to the Berlin Mall, which had a huge food court where we got something to eat. And since we were all very tired from walking all day, we decided to order pizza at the hotel and watch some videos in our hotel room. The next day we headed out for a street art tour given by the funniest tour guide I had ever encountered. He was an American who had been living in the city for 11 years already, working as a full-time tour guide. So besides giving us a super fun tour, he also gave us some good places to shop, to eat, to see, to go out, etc. We started, we keep dancing, it's our party. All I know is heaven only knows what the fuck I would be doing if I want loving on you. Pour out the hammer or rub it on you. I made up time so I could spend it on you. Based on the tips that he gave us, we went to a 5-story thrift shop, which I actually forgot to film, but it was literally the biggest I had ever seen in my entire life. That was she said. Again, we were very tired from walking and all these many impressions, so we headed back to our hotel to get some sleep. And then later that evening we headed out to a beautiful restaurant with amazing food. On our last full day in Berlin, we headed to Sachsenhausen, which is a formal German concentration camp transformed into an open-air museum. It was absolutely devastating to see how many people were kept and horrifically treated there. I can hardly imagine how hard life must have been like at the time, and I can only hope things like this will never happen ever again. Now, to end the trip a bit more lightly, I headed out with my boyfriend to have dinner with just the two of us. We stayed at this restaurant called The Neighborhood, and the food was amazing, let me tell you that. On Friday we took the train back to the Netherlands, and I was actually really happy about this because I was so tired and so overwhelmed. But of course I really enjoyed this trip and I hope you did too. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!